the idea we're going to topple a statue because what? It's not going to close the wealth gap. It's not going to give a kid whose parents can't afford a college money to go to college. It's not going to close the labor gap between what white workers are paid and what black workers are paid. And it's not going to take people off welfare or food stamps. It's, people having fun that they can go out and pull down a statue and have the mistaken assumption that black people are sitting around cheering for them, say, oh my God, look at these white people. They're doing something so important to us. They're taking down a statue of a Civil War general who fought for the South. Black people, in my opinion, black people laugh at white people who do this. The same way we laugh at white people who say, we got to take off the TV shows. We got to, the Dukes of Hazzard. I'll bet you if you go back and look at the Nielsen ratings when the Dukes of Hazzard were on television, I'll bet you it had a huge black viewing population. That's the one thing you do, research it. Find out, because blacks watch more television than whites did. It's always been historically. So if a show has enough ratings to stay on television, as long as the Dukes of Hazzard did, I guarantee you it had more black people watching as a percentage. Beverly Hillbillies, black people watch the Beverly Hillbillies. My folks grew up, everybody, 8 o'clock, whenever it came on, black folks would tune into the Beverly Hillbillies. So white Americans seem to think that if they just do sort of emotionally or drastic things, that black people are going to say, oh my God, white people love us because they took down a statue of Stonewall Jackson. Frankly, black people don't give a damn. And so to me, it falls into that an attempt by white Americans to assuage guilt by doing things that make them feel good. But you ask those same white people, hey guys, just write a $350,000 check to black people over the next 30 years. Leave the statues alone. Just give us $350,000. You find that it goes into, well, are you sure that they're going to use the money wisely? Are you sure that's going to stop racism? Well, racism starts with the people who have the power to impact racism. And so if you say it does, it'll stop. And so when I see all these things and, rewriting, putting in front of the Gone with the Wind a disclaimer, what the hell do you need a disclaimer with Gone with the Wind, as if black people think that we believe that slavery was like Gone with the Wind? Who are you trying to convince? White people, you started slavery. If you want to learn about slavery and you want to feel bad about it, just go watch Django. Put all your kids down in front of a TV and say, okay, we're going to watch Django. We're going to binge watch Django for the next 5 years. That to me is the silliest expression of white privilege that exists in this country. The notion that a celebrity could get on a Twitter feed and say, oh my God, I am so sorry that I am white. I don't find any black people getting on this Twitter and say, oh, I'm so sorry I'm black. And we got the worst problem hand dealt to us of any people in this country. But we aren't running away from being black. We're embracing being black. My thing is embrace you being white and do the right thing, and then you don't have to worry about being sad because you're white. And so to me, when I see all of this, changing names, toppling statues, firing professors because they said all lives matter, it just shows me that white America is still continually incapable of recognizing that black people have their own ideas and thought about what's in their best interest. They will not. I mean, if you want to decide on statues and you want to treat black people right, why don't you do this? Why don't you get, a group of black people together and say, before we go knock down the statue of, Ulysses Grant, or we're going to knock down the statue of this, what do you guys think? Give us the belief that you respect our opinion. You go out and do something and destroy something, fire somebody because you think it hurts us. Why don't you ask us first if it hurts us before you go and say, oh, I got to do something for the Negroes to make them feel better? Well, ask us if we want you to do that to make us feel better. Or if you ask us what will make you feel better, and we said, fine, everybody write us a check starting tomorrow, $11,000 every year for the next 30 years. That makes us feel better. You okay with that? That's what's missing in this whole thing. To me, what white people are doing with the idea that they're making us feel good is tantamount to rearranging the deck chairs on a racial Titanic. It absolutely means nothing.